Welcome to another episode of Ring Walk Boxing Podcast. I am Bean, and if you're here tonight, please hit the thumbs up. I figured I'd get on live for a little bit. I've been wanting to this week, but I kind of been busy with work and um, other things. All right, so tonight I want to talk about a few things. I want to talk about the fight going down this Saturday, but I also want to talk about the fight January 30th. Shakur Stevenson versus Teofimo Lopez. I want to know y'all thoughts. So let me know in the comment section or in the chat section. So about the Shakur Stevenson versus Teofimo Lopez. I've been kind of sticking with the 50-50. Teofimo Lopez has been quiet. I haven't heard a lot from him. We know he kind of has that flashy edge to him. He's a takeover. He's also a showman. But I haven't heard a whole lot about him lately, which, I mean, that's a good thing. That means he's probably training real hard, taking it very seriously right now. He understands Shakur can be a banana peel for him. But I think in the same aspect, he could be a banana peel for Shakur Stevenson as well. So I don't think either guy is taking the other guy lightly. I think they both understand what's at stake. Shakur going up 5 pounds to fight Teofimo at 140. Teofimo Lopez at 140, of course, he's already acclimated to that weight already. But it'll be a good fight. It'll be a really, really, well, let's say this much. It has the potential to be a great fight, or it could be a very non-entertaining fight if it's too much of a chess match. But I feel like on the side of taking risk or rolling those dice and gambling, between the two, I can see Teofimo Lopez, you know, taking more of a chance. He's going to take more of a risk. So if Teofimo does what we know he's capable of doing, it can be an exciting fight. He just can't sit around all night trying to counterpunch, thinking he's going to answer to every punch that Shakur is throwing. He's going to have to be the aggressor at times. He's going to have to be very systematic and calculated. But as far as the interviews I've seen with Teofimo Lopez, he already sounds like mentally he's locked in and he understands and he knows the recipe and the way to defeat Shakur Stevenson. Now, Shakur Stevenson fans and some of the experts say this fight won't be even close. But it can definitely be an interesting fight. So let me know what you think. And if you're not here while I'm doing this live right now, run it back, please. Run this one back. Still let me know your opinion in the chat or in the comment section. Because here at Ringwalk Boxing Podcast, opinions matter. So I like to get your opinion. Let me know what you think. Let's talk about potential fights for Tyson Fury this year. A name that's been somewhat trending on social media is Makhmadov, the real big Russian fighter who we saw recently fight Dave Allen. And right before that, maybe not right before, but a fight or two prior to Dave Allen, he fought Agit Kabayal, which we'll be talking about Agit Kabayal as well because he'll be fighting this weekend. To me, Makhmadov that's a cool fight for Fury if we're looking at it from the standpoint, since he's been out the ring for a while, this is one time you can't really throw any shade or say anything bad about Tyson Fury if he does fight Makhmadov as a comeback fight. Now, what I want to know from y'all is, do you actually think if he fights again this year, because I'm sure he wants to stay active, if Tyson Fury does fight in the latter part of 2026 of this year, do you see him fighting Fabio Wardley, who is also a Frank Warren Queensberry fighter? Because I've seen interviews with Tyson Fury, and I've seen an interview or two with Fabio Wardley saying he will stop Tyson Fury and he's up to fight anybody. I'd like that attitude with Fabio Wardley. I also see a throwback fighter mentality in Agit Kabayal. He did an interview on Ring Magazine with Max Kellerman and Malik Scott and the other two gentlemen on the panel. I can see Fabio Wardley willing to fight anybody. Anybody can get the business. Anybody can get the smoke. Agit Kabayal has that same mentality. So you got to appreciate these type of guys because they're willing to make fans happy, and they just want to show that they are the best. There's so many fighters now that claim they are the best, but they don't actually put in the full work to make that claim. I have no problem with anybody staking a certain claim, but at least put forth the effort. If you're going to say you're the best, then win, lose, or draw. Start fighting these guys and trying to clear out the division. Look at Muhammad Ali. He left no stone unturned. Look at fighters like Marvin Hagler. They fought everybody. He fought Sugar Ray Leonard. He fought Hearns. He fought Duran. He fought all these top guys. And with Tyson Fury, I personally haven't seen that. I'm not saying he hasn't fought a handful of good fighters. He fought a prime Usyk twice. Wilder, it's up to you on how you rate him. Yeah, he was a champion. He has a lot of title defenses that he had, and he has a right hand that's like nobody else. But besides Wilder and Usyk, he fought Vlad many, many years ago. So in between the Vlad fight and the Wilder fight, he didn't fight a lot of top caliber opponents. And in between the Wilder fight, first fight, up until Usyk, Fury wasn't fighting really top opposition. So if he gets in there this year and he says he'll fight twice, it'll be Makhmadov and it'll be maybe Fabio Wardley. If not Fabio Wardley, I would love to see Tyson Fury versus Daniel Dubois. And if Tyson Fury can beat Daniel Dubois, that looks good because Daniel Dubois knocked out AJ So that would just look good if Tyson Fury takes the same opponent who put AJ down multiple times and he could beat him. That would be, especially if he could stop him, that'll be a huge statement. But you got a lot of good fighters out there for Tyson Fury. You got, like I say, Fabio Wardley, Daniel Dubois, Zilly Zhang, Martin Bakoli, maybe even Agit Kabayal after he fights Damian Knyba this weekend. So there's a lot of people out there. It's just all about, a lot of times, are these fighters willing to fight these guys? That people make up excuses like, who's there to fight for them? It be some fighters out there. It's just all about, is that fighter going to fight that particular fighter or fighters? Are they willing to prove and show that they are on the upper echelon of boxing? So while I'm here too, I have to shout out P30, Zone 15, his son P3. Happy birthday to the young champ, and happy birthday. Let me make sure I don't misquote what I'm about to read off. So yeah, happy 10th birthday to P30 and to his grandmother. Happy birthday to her. I believe her birthday may be today as well. So big shout outs to P3 doing his thing, 10 years old and on his grind. So check out P3 Dyson, y'all. Check him out from Cincinnati, Ohio. Yeah, so I mean, just talking about these fights real quick. Tyson Fury, like I said, you got your Fabio Wardley. All these guys eventually need to fight each other, you know. Fabio Wardley versus Daniel Dubois. Fabio Wardley versus Martin Bakoli. Fabio Wardley versus Agit Kabayal. Fabio Wardley versus Zhang. Fabio Wardley versus Moses Ntuma. You know, so you got all these different guys who can fight each other, and I understand that, you know, you got your money fights, but then you also have a person who's trying to get a belt, maybe. So with the belt, WBO belt, being with Fabio Wardley, I can understand a lot of people are in line that want to fight him because that belt is that type of leverage. If you can't get the big payday because your star power or your marketability is not at a certain level, if you get a shot at a belt, that's always good to kind of give you some type of negotiation leverage in your future fight, you know. So there's always that medium there. And like I said, hit the thumbs up, please. Now, Moses Ntuma on the 24th of this month will be fighting Jermaine Franklin. It's always good to see Moses Ntuma back in the ring. But at the same time, it's also good to see Jermaine Franklin, who appears to be trying to stay, he's trying to stay consistent, you know. His last fight against Damian Knyba, or Damian Knyba, I believe you pronounce it, who will be fighting Agit Kabayal this weekend. It wasn't the the best fight. I believe it was Damian Knyba, but let me double check on the box rec real quick. Just to make sure. So Damian Knyba, 17 wins, 11 by knockout, no losses, no draw. His last fight was Joey DeWaco. So no, he did not fight Jermaine Franklin. I'm getting him mixed up. So let's see who Jermaine Franklin's last fight was. It wasn't Damian Kemba, so my mistake. Jermaine Franklin. His last opponent was Ivan. Yeah, Ivan DeChico. So no, it wasn't. It wasn't who I thought it was. It was Ivan DeChinko, who was 15 wins, 14 knockouts, one loss, and no draws. Which I mean, Jermaine Franklin won that one, but hey, I feel like he edged Dillian White fight, but I feel like in that fight, his last fight, he lost. If you ask me, but let me know y'all opinion. But I think Jermaine Franklin will be on form when he fights Moses and Tuma. But Moses and Tuma has a point to prove. He's saying he's gonna show everybody he's one of the best ever. So all he needs to do is keep winning. Um, I believe this is a fight he can win. It's definitely a winnable fight. Jermaine Franklin is a tough opponent with a good chin, with a lot of heart. Never been dropped, never been knocked out as a professional fighter. So he'll definitely get rounds in. Um, I'm just wondering, can Moses Ntuma actually stop? Can he actually stop or knock out Jermaine Franklin? Because we haven't seen that. We haven't seen Jermaine Franklin knocked out or stopped. So let me know what y'all think about that. I like the matchup though. So let me know what y'all think. Will it be a stoppage fight or will it be a decision? Like will it go to the decision? Jermaine Franklin versus Moses Ntuma. January 24th. All right, so let's talk about this fight this Saturday. Agit Kabayal versus Damian Knyba. Let's look up some of these fights of Damian Knyba. Like I said, he's 17 wins, 11 knockouts, no losses, no draws. Damian Knyba, 64% knockout ratio, from Poland, but he lives in New Jersey. But his birthplace is in Poland. All right, so his last win was Joey DeWaco, who was 28, 13, and 4. He won by knockout. Before him, he fought Marcin. I can't pronounce his last name, but he beat Marcin, who was 25 wins, no losses, one draw. Um, and I'm looking down his box rec, and I don't see any opponent that I'm really familiar with, name wise, which that's not to say he hasn't fought some good opponents. I just don't personally know these guys. So Agit Kabayal will be the first opponent, other than he'll be the second opponent because I've heard of Joey DeWaco. So Agit Kabayal will be the second name I've heard of that he'll be fighting him this Saturday. Agit Kabayal, 26 wins, no losses, no draws. Let's look at Agit Kabayal's resume. We'll start with his most recent fight. Now, Agit Kabayal has a 69% knockout ratio. He's from Germany, and I believe this fight will be in Germany. He's age 33. He's a WBC interim world heavyweight. So his last fight, he fought Zhilei Zhang, won by knockout, and the knockout was a body shot knockout. Zhilei Zhang was 27-2-1. Before him, in 2024, he fought Frank Sanchez, who was 24, no losses, no draws at the time, and he won by knockout. He won by stoppage of Magmadov, who was at the time 18 wins, no losses, no draws. Same way he did Zhilei Zhang, he took Magmadov and stopped him to the body. So what we see with Agit Kabayal, he's a consistent body puncher. It could be risky going to the body, but he has a system down packed, and he's very effective because he goes upstairs and downstairs. But he knows and has that type of timing. And when he goes to the body, these guys usually take the knee because they can't take it. He fought Kevin Johnson, an opponent that Anthony Joshua fought back in the day. Kevin Johnson at that time was 35 wins, 17 losses, and 1 draw. That was back in 2021. He also fought Derek Chisora, Del Boy, back in 2017, and he won by a majority decision. So he has he has Derek Chisora, he has Kevin Johnson, he has Magmadov, and Frank Sanchez and Zhilei Zhang. So that's about five names that are known names, and then he'll be fighting Damian Knyba. So this Saturday, y'all get ready. Let me know what y'all think. I feel like Damian Knyba will, he'll hang in there the first couple rounds, but I think from like roughly, if it goes to round 6, between 6 and 8 is when Agit Kabayal is going to really start probably, chopping down to the body, breaking him down systematically. And I think eventually he's going to go to the body enough to where Damian Knyba is not going to be able to take it. He's going to keep going to the body over and over, hitting him in the same spot, and eventually he's going to fold like laundry. So let me know what y'all think in the chat or in the comment section about this upcoming fight for Saturday. Damian Knyba versus Agit Kabayal. So, we got some good talent in the heavyweight division. I just named off some names, so hopefully once these guys all fight each other, we'll be able to make more sense of what's going on. And we can't forget Usyk. I'm not sure what he has going on, but he definitely needs to stay active. Last thing you want to do is get ring rust, you know. So, as long as he stays focused, has a good blueprint, and keeps doing what he's been doing, Usyk is going to always be a problem. A lot of us want to see if if Agit Kabayal handles his business this Saturday against Knyba, which I think he will. We want to see Agit Kabayal fight Usyk. But if he doesn't get Usyk, I don't think he wants to stick around and get ring rust. And then Usyk may go the Deontay Wilder route at some point. So let's see how that goes as that hangs in the balance. But hey, maybe Usyk fights Wilder. Should he beat Wilder, then it'll be maybe Usyk versus Kabayel. But if Wilder upsets Usyk and knocks him out, then would it be Wilder versus maybe Agit Kabayel? Or Wilder going for Fabio Wardley to try to get his belt and then try to fight Agit Kabayel? There's a lot of different things that could happen. So I'm definitely locked in on the heavyweight division right now because there's so many different scenarios, and they're all big guys, heavy hitters, 6 foot 4, 6'5", 6'7", 6'8". These are some giants, and all it takes is one punch, especially in the heavyweights. So we'll see what happens this Saturday. I'm still rolling with Agit Kabayel. Like I said, I feel like he's going to stop him methodically and stop him the same way he stopped Zhilei Zhang and Magmadov with a body shot. That's the way I see it going. But let me know your prediction in the comment below. Let me know your prediction. Shakur Stevenson versus Teofimo Lopez. Let me know your prediction. Also for your prediction for too. Let me know your prediction for Clarissa Shields versus Franchon Cruz Azern, women's boxing, February. I got Clarissa Shields winning on a points decision. But depending on the conditioning of Franchon Cruz, if she's conditioned to make it, I don't know if it's going to be a 10-round fight, but if she's conditioned, it'll go to the scorecards. However, if she's not at peak condition, Clarissa may just stop Franchon Cruz Azern within the distance. So we'll see, because we know the work rate of Clarissa Shields is it's up there. She has good conditioning and she's ready to go. If it's going to be a 10-round fight, she'll go all 10 rounds. And she's got the speed. She's got nice footwork. She got some head movement, some upper body movement. So Clarissa is a full package, really, when you think about it. She has pretty much everything. The only thing she lacks a little bit is power, because her knockout ratio is not really up there, but she has all the other skills and all the other boxes checked off. And I give credit where it's due. Clarissa Shields is doing her thing in women's boxing. So we'll just see what she has going down this year after the Franchon Cruz Azern. I know everybody wants to see Clarissa Shields versus Shadasia Green. So eventually we hope that happens later this year. So let me know what y'all think. Will we get Clarissa Shields versus Shadeja Green, and if we get Shadeja Green versus Clarissa Shields, hypothetically, what would be your prediction? Like, who do you think a win and how? Let me know in the comment section below. And I appreciate everybody who tuned in tonight on this episode of Ring Walk Boxing Podcast. Here in the near future, I'm going to be doing more interviews with some legends of Cincinnati, Ohio. You know, doing some sit downs with the because we have a huge culture and a huge boxing history here in Cincinnati, Ohio, USA. For those who may not know, especially if you're from out of town, you may not know. Ezra Charles made his name here in Cincinnati. Ezra Mac Charles, rest in peace, a legend. You have Aaron Pryor, Senior, rest in peace, another legend from Cincinnati, Ohio. Tony Tubbs, shout out to Tony Tubbs, former heavyweight champ. His brother Nate Tubbs, shout out to him. Shout out to Rashi Warren from the West Side. From the West Side, shout out to Adrian Broner from the West Side of Cincinnati. Shout outs to Rob Dula, Rave, P3, of course P3 for sure. Just everybody from Cincinnati, Ohio. And if I didn't mention somebody, you can drop some names in the chat or the comments if they are Cincinnati, Ohio boxers from here in Cincinnati. And then once we leave Cincinnati, you got Northern Ohio, you got Columbus, you got Dayton, Ohio, you got Toledo, you got Cleveland. So there's a lot of boxers here, like Tiger Johnson up in Cleveland, Abdullah Mason in Cleveland, Sean Porter, the legend out of Cleveland. We have a good pool of talent of boxers currently and formerly from the state of Ohio. And if you want to know more about Ohio boxing and you're a huge fan of Ohio talent, check out Marcus Nall. First name Marcus, last name Nall. Ohio Runs Boxing. Look him up on Facebook, Instagram. He's very, very knowledgeable when it comes to boxing, especially Ohio historian when it comes to boxing. All right, y'all. Make sure you hit the thumbs up. If you run this back, please share, like, tell a friend or three, subscribe in the comment section and the description area. There's a link tree so you can look me up on my other platforms. But definitely, please follow my TikTok, follow me on Twitter, share my stuff on Twitter, retweet, repost on TikTok, all that kind of stuff. I just need to get this following going. And like I said, we're going to have some really, really dope interviews coming this year. That's as long as I'm physically capable and able to get around this year of 2026, we're going to go all the way in on something different when it comes to Ring Walk Boxing Podcast. I got a surgery in like 6 days on Wednesday. So once I get past this surgery and get healed up, I'm going to be right back in action. Right back here at Ring Walk Boxing Podcast. And I'm going to start moving around more as this winter weather, we're in the winter season here in Ohio, in Cincinnati. But when the springtime rolls back around in the summer, it's definitely going down. It's definitely going down. I'm going to be moving around the city of Cincinnati more. I'm going to be doing a lot more in-depth interviews. I still got some of my Zone 15 family I need to get on this interviews. Some of my Cincinnati family all around the city. I want to get on these interviews, and it's going to be some really, really dope episodes coming here on Ring Walk Boxing Podcast. So everybody have a safe night. Safe Thursday night, and I will see y'all on Sunday when I recap the fight from Saturday with Agit Kabayal versus Damian Knyba. And there's another fight on. So let me at least let y'all know, because I did see somebody talk about these fights. So at least I want to let it be known. Also this weekend, Dalton Smith will challenge Sabriel Matias for his WBC super lightweight title. So if you're looking for boxing this weekend, not only do we have Agit Kabayel in the heavyweight division fighting Damian Knyba, you have Dalton Smith who fights Sabriel Matias for the super lightweight title WBC. So tap in, y'all. Tap in. And like I say, hit that thumbs up. And y'all be safe. And I will catch you on the next round. Peace.